Hello, everyone. I am back. My name is Kristen Nicole Mann, and welcome to my channel. I am excited for you to be here, and I'm just getting set up like always. But I would like you to first like and subscribe to my channel. I bring you so much information, content, whatever, and I would love for you to keep up with this journey. I would love for you to join my community. And I created a space where you can feel comfortable with your creativity, your thoughts, your questions, whatever the case may be. And I'm excited to talk today. I didn't start my day like this. I actually started my day crying. And let me tell you, I'll get to why. But I wanted to talk about me last night embarking on asking AI what did it think I should uh, dive into, or what sets my soul on fire according to what I type in, like the engagement. So I first let me explain. I use AI for a lot of research purposes, not necessarily for anything else. I just kind of like use it sometimes to format things, or I'll ask like, what's the statistics to XYZ? Because basically it's everywhere now. It's on Google, it's everywhere. So you can have like Chat GPT. I know Canva has a version. But when you look on Google now, the Google search, it does give you AI response. So I wanted to share a little bit about me asking AI this question, but first I was watching a video about what sets your soul on fire, and really kind of managing it, because we can embark into things and not manage it well. And so I was just watching, doing things while I was listening, and being a mom and all that, and then it hit me. I was like, wait, when was the last time I felt my soul was set on fire for something? That moment, I had to think, and I had to backtrack. That moment was when I was in Africa serving the schools and the teenagers and educating them on various things. I just felt like so inspired, and every day I had the energy. Like, I didn't need an energy drink. I didn't need nothing to give me the courage to do that. I was just like, I was excited to do it. So I thought, and then other projects I thought about that had the same underlying theme, like serving the community with, teenagers. I also teach adults, and teaching in itself excites me. Let's just start there. But I had to really dig deep within and say, what am I doing in my current space that is filling that void? And I had to really check myself. I was like, wait a minute, am I like far away from what I'm actually supposed to be doing? And so this is how AI got involved. And I'll get to the crying part soon. But I wanted to share a little bit about what I asked. So I said, based off of the engagement, or like the questions I asked on here, what do you think would set my soul on fire, or what creative journey should I direct myself in? And I would encourage you to ask. Like, it doesn't hurt to ask. Obviously, I'm a believer. I have God, the Holy Spirit, all of that. But I do use AI. I have to use AI for what I do. So I just thought I would ask. And this is what it gave me. So it said, here are a few key elements that seem to set your soul ablaze. empowering others through creativity, storytelling, and artistic expression, creating meaningful connections, embracing diversity and inclusion. Now, let's stop right there. That surprised me because sometimes you can be operating in something and you just don't even recognize that that's what it is, or you don't have a term for it. So you just love what you do. And when I got to this point, I was like, wait a minute, I do promote diversity and inclusion. And if you go all the way back, I have a video on my YouTube talking about how DEI is changing and how it's being removed from the schools and how we will have to fund our own projects that has to do with diversity. And I was extremely passionate about it. I encourage you to go back and watch that. And cut to now, all this stuff is happening. So and when I say diversity and inclusion, like I love cultural anything, like traveling. It doesn't have to just be Africa or Black people. Like I'm delving into Ireland, Switzerland, Asia, all these things. So I just love when I research and then I either travel or and then I get to tell people like, see, that just sparks that's making me feel like all over, like warm all over. And then personal growth and self-discovery. So I was really surprised that it gave me all of these things. And so then I asked, based on these things igniting my soul, spirit, whatever, what kind of career paths should I take specifically? And it came up with creative arts therapist, arts educator, or workshop facilitator, content creator or multimedia storyteller, community arts coordinator, or life coach or personal development mentor, which really surprised me. And then diversity and inclusion consultant. That really surprised me. So I'm telling you this because I'm going through, like, in real time, what are my next steps, because I've been doing these things throughout the years. Like I've hosted workshops, I've hosted for adults and children. I'm actually on my way to next month to teach a workshop. This is what I get hired for, like teaching creative workshops, and that particular one is for adults. And um these are seasoned adults. So these aren't, this could be pretty, your imposter syndrome can creep up because these people have great, like really great careers and, stuff, like they're got their stuff together. But it always shows me that your purpose or what you're called to is always needed regardless. So I am so excited to be able to do this next month. I did it before, but it's all, I always use it as a um learning tool to get me to perfect that and get better at it. But I was really surprised at these. And so I went to bed with that. And it says each of these career paths leverages your passion for creativity, connection, and growth, offering opportunities to make a meaningful impact in the lives of others in your community. And so with the diversity and inclusion, I just want to say this tidbit. It's been really, 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 really difficult in the community that I live in, to have that component work for me per se. I don't know what happened, and I was kind of talking to my mom about this. Like, I don't know what happened to where I got removed from the equation of things, but things changed. Different people had left those spaces that I used to be a part of. Management changed. It's not really anybody's fault, but it's just like I have to find my way from scratch again almost because things are different than when I first was doing these things. They were more embraced. Now it's like, almost fighting tooth and nail, depending on what area you're in. And I honestly think that may have to change too. That may have to change too, like where I kind of pinpoint where I should go with this, like that should change. That probably will change. And I probably will target more uh places that I may have never been and I may have been and I have connections with. So it really opened my eyes and I encourage you to go do the same thing. Like if you use Chat GPT or you use any type of AI, as a resource, I encourage you to ask just this specific question. And so why was I crying this morning? All right. So the Tracy Chapman song, Fast Car. I love that song. I cannot listen to it all the time because it does make me emotional. And it's not a bad way, but it just is. I love the song. It was written well. It's a story that everyone could probably relate to in a point in their life. And if you don't know what song I'm talking about, this song is about you in a cycle of poverty or generational curses per se. This is my interpretation, and you're trying to get out of this cycle and you're not trying to end up like what you have seen and grown up with, and you end up getting in this car, a fast car, which is your journey, and you end up right back where everyone else that you was trying to get away from. And so it's an emotional song, and I was listening to it this morning, and I was looking, up like the meaning of it all over again. I do this every time I listen to it. I don't know why, but it just made me sad because I was just kind of thinking like this song was made for a whole different generation. And I was born when the song was actually put out, like that year, I was born. So it's just like it's full circle that, and then it's like continuing to speak to people's lives. And a country music star remade it this past year. So that's why it started setting fire again. And it went to number one. And I just think this song is so powerful. So I was like kind of in an emotional state when I woke up this morning. And I'm better now. I was better when I was crying. I just, I don't try to stop myself from tearing up anymore or crying anymore. I just let it out. And I started thinking about my dad, because my dad used to listen to this song, and I thought about like how he couldn't get out the cycle he was in. And then I was thinking about my son and my future kids, and I was like, oh, and I was like, I'm so sad. And then I just like it hit me again that we're gonna go through things. We're gonna have these situations where you are gonna feel like giving up, like flat out. But the beauty of it is that you are still like, I still woke up today. I still was able to press towards the mark. And you're not going to have every day where you want to press in. You're going to have to really, really encourage yourself and push yourself to do the things that you need to do and not give up. And so I just thought, you know, starting out with that song this day and being emotional. And then I end up like, just pushing through it. And I'm so grateful that I did because if you shut down, you can set yourself back. And I'm not saying don't get rest. That's a whole other different topic because I could be resting with doing what I love. But with all the stuff that I got last night, I was like, I have to. think about, you know, where I'm at now, what is the less or least stressful task? So I'm excited to continue this, and I hope you all just keep me in your prayers and keep watching these videos. And yeah, I'm gonna figure it out with God on my side. So like and subscribe to my channel and go take a listen to that song. I'll put it in the description for you to listen to. So talk to you soon.